Hello, fellow wanderers. I'm Endri, and thank you for joining me as we wander through some more Final Fantasy III. Well, I'm going to get some use out of that canoe finally. Been a very long time since we've used that. As you can see over there, our ship is a little tied up. Anyway, we need to go find Goldor's Manor, which is down here somewhere. And we've got some new enemies to encounter, starting with Roos. Nice name there, guys. And there's not really much to these guys. Let's go ahead and pop in our basic commands. Ooh, nice shot. Let's see here. Roos. So there you go. That's their major ability right there. They have no elemental weakness, so just beat on them. Like a lot of creatures, they can rarely drop Phoenix Downs. And they can use Blind. That's really all there is to them. And over here, ooh, enemies. These are Drac Crow. Okay. Well, let's take a look and see what they do. Die, mostly. Let's see here. They are weak to ice. They rare drop Phoenix Downs, and they have no special abilities to speak of. They appear mainly here in these deserts. Let's go ahead and use the appropriate staff this time. And let's see here. There's still a couple enemies we're going to look for out here. Looks like 3 more that we need to find in this general area. So what I'm going to... Oops. Well, let's see here. Ooh. Well, there's one of them. These are magicians. One of the more annoying enemies out here. I'm just going to have him attack this time. And let's see here. They are weak to nothing. They have Fira, Blizzara, Thundara, and can drop some random in-battle use items. Whoa! That was quite the crit there. Actually, we're doing pretty good damage in general. I'm pretty sure that those have no real hit points. So 1,000 hit points. They have no real... Yeah, they have 20 defense. They're pretty weak. And Chocobo Forest. Well, while we're here... Where's my Gasol Greens? I've already passed them, haven't I? No? Oh, my inventory is all a mess. Just all the greens. There's the fat Chocobo. Just wanted to let y'all hear that. Let's put the rune bow in here. This is just where we can store extra stuff we don't want to carry on us. But we don't necessarily want to get rid of, so... Go ahead and drop a lot of this stuff in here. Is there any reason for me to keep most of this? Probably not, but, you know. For fun, we'll just drop some stuff off. I could always get it back later fairly easily. Alright, so I'm going to run around and find these last couple enemies, and I will see you when I find them. You know, like right away. You know, that's going to be a shortcut right there, you know. So, Black Flans. If memory serves, they are weak to fire, but give me just a moment, and I will give you the rundown. Black Flans are, in fact, weak to fire. Have a fairly weak defense, actually, for a slime monster. Let's go ahead and use Fire Staff. They actually can drop turtle shells, which are fairly nice. They cast Protect on the person that uses them. Interestingly, supposedly they used to be able to be found in the sewers. I don't think they still are, but they could definitely be found out here. And dang, he's actually doing pretty good damage. Kind of impressed. Alright, so we've got at least one more creature we've got to find here. Let me heal up real quick. We do have a dungeon we have to go through after all this walking, and the last enemy we have to find is fairly rare, so if I meet you back by... I'll meet you back here regardless, if I find the creature, but yeah, I may have to go back to town and heal a little too as well. So one more creature we're looking for out here. Oh, and here he is. That didn't actually take all that long at all. This is Vulcan. He's the rare monster out here. Yeah. 2,200 hit points, which is quite a lot compared to most enemies here. They are weak to water and ice, mostly found in the desert, though you can find them in the grassland as well. And they hurt. As you can see, they hurt. They go twice per round, which always target the same person, of course. And they have the breath weapon of the boss that shares their particular sprite form, if not their color palette. But there you go. We took care of them. Let's get out of this desert. I really don't like a cavalry though. First time out here when I was a little underleveled. Not this playthrough, but the first time I came and played through the game. They were quite the problem. And so, of course, I immediately encounter another one. If you do not have the Levygrass shoes and you step onto that swamp, instant game over. That's all there is to it. Instant game over there. Alright. Goldor's Manor. This is a fun place. We're actually going to reform the party a little bit here. We're going to put Refi up front because all of these rooms are locked. Unfortunately, there's nothing in them. But I'm going to show them all off anyway, because why not? If you don't have a thief, magic keys will open these. And yeah, gold armor up there doesn't do us any good. This is not a very long dungeon, and the encounter rate's being fairly nice. Interesting. There's a passageway here. And what are you? You must be the Gold Eagles. You are weak to wind, like most flying enemies. We're just going to whack you a bit. I guess, for the heck of it, I could show off Arrow. I don't think I've ever actually shown it off. You have 935 hit points, so they can survive a little bit of a beating. Note the Dragoon there doing massive damage to them. And let's see how hard this hits. Was it worth casting? Not even remotely. There we go. Easy enough. They're worth a good chunk of XP though, so hey, that's always nice. So this, if memory serves, oops. Oh, gold bears. Gold bears. I'm just going to attack them for the moment. I don't think it really matters what we use on them. Most things in here are pretty resistant to magic. Yeah, no weaknesses. They can drop gold needles, which is interesting. I don't think they can petrify. Could be wrong. They hit really hard. Fortunately, he smacked my knight with that critical, so we're just fine. Can't one round all the encounters in here. At least not yet. So yeah, this leads onward, and we're just going to go this way. All the other chambers that you could walk into, they're just dead ends. Don't worry any about that. Oh, fun. We just got back attacked. This is probably going to hurt. Yep. Just, there you go, guys. This is why I hate back attacks. So those nightmares. You've seen them now. I now have to go, oh jeez, I didn't even think a thief could fail on a run. Oh well. I guess, since they can't really hurt us much, we're just going to fight them. Didn't really want to. Nightmares! Do that. Their attacks could also inflict confuse, not just sleep. They are some of the more powerful monsters in this area. Yep, there's that confuse, and yeah, we're having fun, aren't we? What a battle. Yeah, back attacks suck. They just do. Yeah, keep beating on the thief. It's not gonna matter. Thief has tons of armors in the back row. They'll be fine. Yep, that was it. Back attack, instant dead. Bye-bye, mage. If you were wondering why I really grumble about this game, it's because of that. I mean, a single attack from a back attack, and you've lost a party member. And not only have you lost a party member, you have to use a Phoenix down, because we still don't have a life spell. Not that it would matter, because the person who would have the life spell is dead. Yeah. This game is wonderful. And we still don't have any better armor for that character, because of reasons. Alright, this is the pretty generic enemy for this area. This is the Gold Knight. I'm just going to have you do a normal attack. That'll work. And as we've sorted our inventory, let's go find our staffs again. 1100 hit points, very low defense. Could use Thunder, have gold needles as a drop. Go figure. And yeah, they're pretty weak. If I could run into enemies in here, this would be the one I would much rather run into, all things considered. Alright, so let's see here. There's one more enemy I think we're looking for in here. Yep, that's it. Oh no, there's two more enemies we are looking for in here. So let's see if we can find them, shall we? Okay, head over here. And I think we're actually heading the correct way to get to the end of the dungeon, but that's alright. If we fight the boss early, we can find the enemies on the way out. He is not a load-bearing boss. Yep, we found the boss. Oh, and he's got a crystal. It looks like it's made of gold, though. Yeah. I don't know if that's the earth crystal or not, but here's gold ore. He's fun. He's really resistant to magic. But that's okay, we've got mostly physical attackers, and he hits really hard. Goes twice per turn. Nothing too strange there. Let's see if I can find him on my list here. Gold ore. 9,000 hit points. Can blind, Thundara, protect, confuse, and silence. Yep, there you go. And that's about all you have to worry about from him. I'm gonna just go all out this round. We're not too badly hurt. He should fall fairly quickly. The use of, oh yeah, I should really stop using that. Add confused, wonderful. Add it confused everybody but the knight. Fun. Well, if he hits himself, he hits himself. Okay. And, well, let's go ahead and Don't really need to cure everybody, but we definitely want to cure the knight. Yeah, this is going to be a longer fight because I don't really have any way to drop his defense. And wonderful. Just wonderful. That's my own fault. You know, totally my own fault. Because he confused the knight. Knight dealt a bunch of damage, and I didn't get to go before the boss. Totally my fault. And now this time, I'm going to get to go before the boss. And he's going to kill the knight after I get him on his feet. Because, you know, why not? There's my Phoenix Downs. And let's see what the turn order is this time. Oh, nope. Silence the thief. Sure, don't care. Unfortunately, it looks like that my white mage tends to go last, which is a different problem entirely. I'm just going to have you attack. You're not really helping any. Alright. So, can we get the knight back up before Goldor kills him? That was sad showing there. Blind. Okay. That's really bad. That was really bad. Alright, got some hit points on the knight. That's good. Gonna have all y'all attack, and I don't think blinded can be multi-targeted. It cannot, so I think Luna's the best person to get unblinded. Doesn't seem to be bothering the thief overly much. Group silence, that could be terrible. Of course. Normally I have a slightly different party layout for this fight, so it actually isn't nearly this bad. Wonderful. Go ahead and Echo Herbs yourself. See who he chooses to attack. Oh, I actually went before him. Doesn't matter. Would actually rather gone after him this turn. That's okay. Ow. Okay, he pressed protect on himself. That's really irritating. Oops, oh, shoot. I don't even know what I cast. I clicked the wrong bloody button. Well, there's that knight's guard ability. I cast teleport. Does that even work in a boss fight? No. Thank God. Okay, well at least he's not using Confuse anymore. Let's try Cura, the spell I actually wanted to use. Wow. Single target Thadara. Almost kills the Dragoon. Doesn't though. Nice hit, Knight. He should be pretty low on hit points at this point. I hope so, because we're not doing that well. Normally I would come in here with a Viking, and that would seriously diminish this guy's ability to be a threat. But, you know, Vikings ain't that great long term. And we'll just do a multi-target cure. I could cure blind, but honestly it's not... It's making this fight take longer, but it's not hindering my damage output that much. A multi-target Thundara. That's going to be mildly painful. Really wish I invented a Cura now. Okay. Do some good damage there, Knight, please. That's pretty decent. And he's dead. Fantastic. Whew, that was rough. Yeah, this is what happens when you don't take the optimal strategy through boss fights. And this will be really apparent coming up in the relatively near future. Oh no, if you can't have the crystal... No, no, not the crystal! And he shatters the crystal. Probably not the crystal we're looking for if he could just casually shatter it. But hey, he left a key behind. That should get us access to our airship. Yep. And yes, let's get this key and save our ship. All right. Got a couple more enemies to fight here, and another location that I haven't been to yet, which is actually back in the main room. So now we get to run back. And did that give us a full heal? Yes, like all boss fights, it gave us a full heal. Fantastic. All right, through this really long room we go again. And I tell you what, I will meet you either when I find a new enemy or I get back to the main room, because this is all just backtracking at this point, so I will see you then. Ah, new enemy time. We have the Gold Warriors. I will look up what they do here as we beat them up. They're not going to live very long. Well, there you go. That tells you one ability right there, doesn't it? Let's see here. Gold Warriors. Have Thunder. 1100 hit points. Pretty good attack, pretty weak defense. Worth a decent amount of XP. Not a bad place to do a little bit of level grinding if you need to. Or in my case, bestiary filling, because that's what I use in place of grinding. It's worked okay so far. Which means we've got one more enemy to fight in here, and it's fairly rare. I think it only really appears in one room, a room we have yet to be. But I'll probably meet you in that room, or in the main room of the manor again. Alright, we're back in the main room of the manor here. It didn't really take all that long. Let's go ahead and cure up a little bit. Now we'll head all the way back to the end of this room. That last room on the left there, it has nothing in it. This is the library room, I guess. And we're going to want to go all the way left and all the way down. All the way down here. And keep going all the way to the bottom. And here's all the treasures in this entire place. They're in one nice convenient location here. 1 through 12, let's count them out. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11 golden swords, and wyvern claws for a monk we don't have. Alright, so there's one more enemy we have to find. It spawns in this room here, and I will see you when I find it. Oh, here we go. Lost gold, no weaknesses. They can cast Blizzara and something else, I think. Toad, yeah. They're not a big threat. They're pretty weak. They are an enemy that was dummied out of the code of the NES version, so you won't find them there. They're just in the 3DS version here. Or I guess you could also call this the, or not 3DS, 3D version, not 3DS version. I don't think there is a 3DS version of this game. Anyway, we're done here. I will meet you all back in Amur then, because you don't need to see me walking back. Alright, we're back at Amur, and it's time to unlock our boat. Just that simple. Speaking of our boat, let's get on it. We're going to sail around a bit. There is an enemy you can only encounter on the ocean in the overworld here. Here's our map, by the way. So this... Are you the one I want to encounter? The Sea Dragon! You are the one I want to encounter. Excellent. Let's see if I can even find their bestiary entry. I'm not entirely certain where they are. Sea Dragon, entry 112. Quite a ways down there, actually. 2,500 hit points, hit like a truck, weak to lightning. Nothing too strange here. Actually fairly tough compared to the stuff we're fighting right now. But, yes, you have to fight them right now. After the next part of the game, you can never encounter them. It's kind of annoying that they did that, but there you go. Let's go ahead and heal up. So... let's take a look around. If you want to go back to the flying continent, you can. You can just fly on back there. I'm not too worried about it. What do we have around here? Well, we've got this continent. There's a village there, but we can't get there. There's mountains all around that. And we will never actually get an airship that can fly over those mountains. Funny how that works, actually. And if we try to go up here, we can't go up there either. There's a strong wind blocking us. Our airship is not nearly fast enough to go that way. That big continent up there is our final destination for this, but we're not going to do that quite yet. Soon. Soon we will do that. Alright, almost to these islands. Here's a couple islands, not a lot on them, but we can stop by. Let me off the boat, thank you. So we make it to Duster. Duster's a fun little town. There are a couple of sparkly spots somewhere around here. Earthen drums. There should actually be like one more of those somewhere. I think they cast Quake. I don't remember where it is though. We're not going to worry about it too much. So he's going to tell us about Leviathan there. And he's going to tell us about the fact that the 4 Heroes of Darkness came down when the Heroes of Light overstepped just a bit. Just a little bit. Let's see here. This is the town of Bards, if you all couldn't tell. If you like the Chocobo theme, just talk to him anytime you want. There's the other one. That's the 2 earth drums. That's the only thing in this town. He will tell us about Bahamut, the strongest of the summons in the game, that we will never see. Well, we will fight him, but we'll never see him. The Dark Blade, forged from darkness itself. I guess that's cool. And the Dowd Continent, which is where we were told to go, is protected by a great wind, which no one can get around. So that's unfortunate. Let's head in here and check out what they've got for sale. So, they've got the Gaia Vest here, which is for Geomancers, and the Bard Vest, which is for Bards. They've also got feathered hats here and rune bracers, of which I want to buy, yeah, just 1 feathered hat and 1 rune bracer. I don't remember if we get better than this later, but just for kicks. 22 and 26. If I equip the feathered hat, does that change my mental stats at all? It does not, but it does change my agility, which is quite nice. So he'll go a little faster. And I'm pretty sure equipping the rune bracers does something. Well, protects against status ailments. And is a little bit better than the mithril bracers. Awesome. While we're here, we're going to go ahead and sell some stuff. Goodbye, Spark Dagger. We're not going to need you anymore. Despite the elemental weaknesses these have, these can exploit. We're never going to use them again. We can get rid of the flame mails. We can get rid of these golden swords. They're worth a ton of money, which we are desperately going to need. I'll keep the wyvern claws. And we don't need those. Okay. Well, we've got a ton of money now. That's always nice. And for weapons. So, all of these are the harps. They all have different effects when you use them as a sing command for your bard. And yeah, if you want to use a bard, this is now the point where they become really useful. So yeah, this is the town of Geomancers and Bards. And I just wanted to show it off. This is the other summon here, Odin. So this tells you where the who the rare summons are in this game, if not particularly anything else overly useful. And the victory fanfare. Oh, sorry, get items. My bad. What am I saying? That's definitely not the victory fanfare. Ignore me. I'm crazy. Saronia has the fastest airship to man, so that should tell you basically we need to go to Saronia, get their airship to get past the wind. Hi Magnet, anything special from you? Sid. Gasol. They're really, yeah, there's not much in Gasol. You are correct. There is, I said at one point there was nothing more we could get from the mail. That's not correct. There is, but we're not going to worry about it. In fact, I'm not even going to leave this island. I need to encounter some new monsters, so I'm going to run around and find them. Shouldn't take too long. Well, here's a couple of them now. We've got a Chocobos. I think that's how you pronounce that. It's probably not. Don't make fun of me. And needle monkeys. So they drop gold needles. They don't seem to have any special abilities that I can... Oh, can inflict petrify with attacks. Well, damn, I should have honestly expected that. And then we've got needle cats down there. There's no weaknesses to the Chocobos. They aren't particularly strong. If they petrify you, it's annoying, but that's about it. And needle monkeys there. No weaknesses, 1100 hit points. Can drop a lot of special items. That's kind of neat. And yeah, nothing too major with these guys. There are, however, several other new enemies we can encounter. You can encounter these north of Amur as well, but I figured this is the nice confined place to find them. You can also find them outside of Saronia, which is another place. Well, I guess we could go hunt them there too, because... yeah, actually, because Saronia is going to have some interesting changes. And we can always encounter these later if I don't find them at Saronia. So at this point, we found out that we can't get where we want to go without going to Saronia. And... well, we haven't been to Saronia yet. There is actually one more town we can get to. That's Saronia. We'll ignore that for just a minute here. So I'm fairly certain there's one other town we can go to. I just have to remember where it is. So these are canoe paths, if you want to take your canoe around. In the NES version, these are where you find the sea dragon, I believe, or the sea serpent? Maybe, sea serpent. Anyway, bit of a maze. I don't know why, because, well, I guess you do eventually have to sail across them, but it's not that big of a deal. Let me land, please. Thank you. Alright, here's the other town. We could always come back here later, but I figured, why not? And these would be the Hellroom Mages. Fantastic. Want to guess what they do? If you think they cast spells, you're probably correct. Fira, Blizzara, and Break. They have 1,000 hit points, which is not really all that much. And there's Shade. I don't remember what this does. That might be an instant kill spell, actually. They can drop Phoenix down early, potions and high potions a little bit more commonly. I could mention what you could steal from all these enemies, but they're mostly just battle items. This is Reptillo. You can find a turtle shell there, which are always nice. Yep, this is the town of Summoners. And Noah could use white, black, and summoning magic. That's the Sage job class. We could actually get our hands on that ourselves. Leviathan and Bahamut, yep. And yeah, Summoners have more powerful summons than Evokers, which is super important. So the south is where one of his apprentices is. Remember that for much later. And Bahamut and Leviathan are sealed away. So this blue-roofed house here, if I can get around here, we can actually go into. And this is, in fact, a spot where a treasure chest is hiding. So if you're missing a single treasure chest, come back here. A hidden cave under the island shaped like a triangle. Well, keep that in mind, folks. Now, how do I get the treasure? Well, see, there's the treasure right there. That's the one we want. I think we just go this way. Yep. Lone treasure chest contains an elixir, so don't miss it. It is here. Right. Let's see. Who haven't we talked to? Oh, we talked to him. And a phoenix down. Nice. I've had to waste a few of those. Yep, someone is calling for the darkness to overflow in the world. Same thing happened with the light. And that artificial imbalance will destroy both worlds. Yep. So that's probably that Xande fellow we keep hearing about doing bad things. How did he get here, though? Well, I guess before the worlds were a little more connected. Ah, the great Noah lived on Dog. Okay. And hello, person. And what are you summoning? Chocobo. Yep. There you go. So Chocobo is one of the summons you can do. It's pretty weak. It's pretty weak. And here's our magic shop, which, by the way, is our summons. So Chocobo, Shiva, Ifrit, Rama, and Titan. Guess how many of those I'm buying? Oh, right. None. I could swear there was a little more sparkly treasure around here. I could be sorely mistaken, I suppose, but I thought there was at least one more turtle shell. I kind of wanted that turtle shell, too. Aww. Well, if not, it's not a big deal. Doesn't look like it. Okay. Well, no big deal. Alright. So I guess we're going to go to Saronia. And we're going to have a little bit of fun. So yes, if you have not gotten the Sea Dragon at this point, well, don't do what I'm about to do, because you need to have gotten that. And let's see here. Yep. So if you can't land here, because there's no place to land. But if you fly over here... Oh no! We're being shot at! We have no luck with airships, folks, do we? They just gone. Just another airship gone. How long did that one last? 2 dungeons? Yeah, I think 2 dungeons. No, 3. The sewers, right? The sewers. And yeah, why were we getting fired at? Well, I'm sure we're just stranded here forever. The game's basically done. There's yeah, nothing we could do here. That's a lot of guys. Unless you fight amongst your friends. Yeah, they all say the same basic thing. Let's head up here real quick. None shall pass. All right. So we can't get into the castle. That's a pity. Yep, that's such a pity. Totally care about that. I really don't. All right. So we need to go find some place called the Dragon Spire. And yeah, there's some serious military music here. Let's see here. I'm just checking something real quick. Yeah, so this should be Southeast District. And yeah, they're waging war against themselves, which is really weird. And spears and lances are effective against flying enemies. Hint. Hint. That's really important to keep in mind. Dragoons keep the treasure at the top of that tower. Keep that in mind. In fact, we're going to be going there in a second here. Prince Alice was expelled from the castle. So keep that in mind. We're going to try and find the prince here in a bit. So yeah, if you need Chocobos, if you want to run around the different towns, because there's 4 of them here, you just grab a Chocobo there. And Dragon Spire is crawling with monsters. These doors, they're fake. Okay, Dragon Spire here. Has 12 chests, so we're going to try and find them all. We're just going to head right to the top. Same enemies that you could encounter. Let's try that again. Same enemies you could encounter on the island we were just at. There we go. And nothing new so far, but we could encounter new stuff climbing this tower. It's a little tall, but not a very long dungeon. Probably longer in the NES version because of the way the tile set worked. So let's head left. So we've got, what, 6 chests here out of the 12? Cool. Don't miss this room like I did the first time I came in here. Phoenix down, dragon, 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 dragon. You want to think the game's throwing you a hint here? So, we're going to go ahead and put on this dragon helm here. Dragon helms, I believe, give elemental defense. I don't think they give any stat boost, but 23 and 20, which are from the bracer there. Nope. But they do have pretty decent resistance and, of course, phenomenally good defense. And I'm going to give you a hint. There's a reason they're giving us Dragoon equipment in large quantities up here. The game really wants you to use Dragoons at this point. There's the last 6 chests. Another Dragon Mail. Another Dragon Helm. Another Phoenix down. Another Helm. Another Thunder Spear. And another Thunder Spear. So, we're going to take the hint. And we're going to switch everyone to Dragoons. 4-phase adjustment period for our Knight. It's not that bad. And go ahead and equip a couple Thunder Spears, a couple Dragon Helms, Dragon Mail, and we can actually equip the Knight's Gauntlets here as well, which is fantastic. And I think that gives us enough to even get you over to a mostly equipped Dragoon. 8 battles. But we want to start doing that. I'm going to give you a shield real quick. You actually still have, still have another Dragon Helm. I'm not going to change the White Mage over. They should have a high enough magic defense to survive what I want. And here we go. One of the new enemies. There's the Sorcerers. We have low job levels. This is going to suck a little bit. Sorcerers really aren't all that special. They're just kind of like the magicians. They just have a better selection of spells. But I'll go ahead and pull that up. Fira, Blizzara, Thundara, and they can drop some pretty nice items. They can drop turtle shells as they're rare. So that's pretty neat. And here comes Shade, which is missed, thankfully. No problem there. We've still got a couple of enemies we're looking for in this tower, but it shouldn't be too hard to find them. Anyway, I'll meet you at the bottom or when I find the enemies I'm looking for. It looks like we're just looking for a Sandworm at this point, which shouldn't be too hard to find. Speaking of which, I don't even have to cut. There is a sandworm. Sandworms. Let's take a look at them real quick here. Sandworms are not weak to anything, actually. They can inflict blind with their normal attacks. Could drop Phoenix Downs very rarely, like most enemies in this game. The drop tables really weren't all that impressive. Well, then again, neither were the stealing tables. And yeah, I'm probably gonna have to do some job grinding. Apparently they also poison with their attacks. Well, what do you expect? The guides for this game, the bestiary, is kind of not that great. Oh, that's right. You're wielding a shield. That doesn't help. Oh, I should heal. Didn't even realize he was getting that weak. And we don't have a knight anymore, so yeah. Let's stop having you jump. And, oh, I just guard. Guard probably good enough. And there's, oh, it is blind. It isn't poison. It looked like poison from the graphical effect, but okay. Alright, that's all of our enemies that we're looking for. I'm going to walk out of the tower. I'm not going to teleport because I, well, do actually need the job XP and everything. And yeah, I will see you outside the tower. Alright, made it outside the tower. I don't believe there's anything else here, really. Yep, we're gonna head now to the northeast, I want to say. Yep, we can head to the northeast. Oops, well, unless I walk back into town. I do want to get the random battles here. You can fight random enemies here, which is kind of neat. So if we do, it's just a few less battles I have to deliberately try to get into. Duster, home of bards and geomancers. Yep, and the king's not listening to anyone. I wonder if there's a reason for that. I don't know. Let's see here. There is one sparkly item here that would be nice to have. We can't go into that shop. Okay. And I want to say... Oh, that's probably the open weapon shop. Let's see here. Gigamath, the King's Aid. It looked like the fiend Garuda, his shadow. Ah, the open weapon shop. So the reason this is open is because you can buy wind spears and lightning spears here. You're probably going to want some of those. We'll think about it. Huh. Great night that was feared by everybody. There's our elixir. There's our closed weapon shop. Remember that these are here. They might be useful for us later. Yep, complete air superiority because of their dragoons and their airships. Fantastic. So that's really about all we're going to find here. And yeah, the king's army is now fighting itself and another locked shop. Here's an inn. It's open. We can use it. I probably will. Maybe. Okay, maybe not. Let's head to the opposite side of Saronia, shall we? Saronia Castle catacombs go all the way out to the sea. Remember that. There's the Great Library of Saronia. Keep that in mind. Drac defeated the Great Avian Lord single-handedly. Hint! Great Avian Lord, by the way, is Garuda. Hint. I don't believe there's anything else we could do here. There's another inn, in case you need it. And I don't believe there's any sparklies on the ground. Yeah. Copy of every book is here in this town, but the library is closed. Okay. Well, we've got one more place we desperately need to go to. Because we can't progress the plot without coming here. And he tells us the same thing we already knew. Before we explore this area too much, I want to go and get our event trigger, which is here. Okay, this guy thinks he's the prince, and I think he's about to get beat up. Well, we got a bunch of dragoons here, so yeah, step up, Ark. You're working for Goldor? Yeah, here we go. Gold Knights. This is not a particularly difficult battle. A little more difficult because we're under-leveled in our job classes, but other than that, we've fought these guys before, and yeah, they're not that bad. Yeah. Yep. I'm not even worried about single target thunder on the mage, because the mage has such high magic defense. Yeah, we're gonna need a few more weapons, I think. That whole shield thing is not doing it for me. Yeah, we are a lot weaker. I should really job grind a little before we fight the next boss, but I don't wanna. Which means I don't get to gripe when I go in there and the boss inevitably destroys me. Absolutely going to destroy me, most likely, but that's okay. Alright, so this gets us a bonus party member for a very short time. This might be the shortest special party member we get. I guess he might help us in their random battles. I mean, Sid might have been a shorter special party member, because Sid was in your party for a short while. And yep, the king ordered everyone to fight each other, threw him out of the castle. King's not doing a great job at the moment. And we have to go help him into the castle. No problem. And Ark's made a friend. Good for Ark. So, there's a couple of things here that you can get when you have Prince Alice at your party, which is why I came in here first. Nope, nothing from you, buddy. That's fine. Like I said, I don't think there's any sparklies in this town. But that's okay. Anyway, this is also the town where the Revive Spring is. Yep, he is in fact Prince Heir. Congratulations, you now know that. So in this part of town, I want to say we could find the armor shop. Oh, come on, down the stairs, please. There we go. Yep. One shop that defies the king, so there's the closed one. Yep. Yep. Let's pop in here, take a look around. Revival Spring, in case you need it. So there you go. And we want to talk to these old men. And he escaped the castle to give the prince the wind spear. Not that the prince is going to use the wind spear, but there you go. We, however, are definitely going to use the wind spear. I'm going to give that to Ark, since he's been our dragoon the longest, and give him a thunder spear. If you're having trouble with the next boss, I suggest you buy some more wind spears, because would you believe that the head of the flying enemies of the world might be weak to wind? And we get another dragon mail. So if you wanted to turn your entire party into dragoons, well, I think we have a full set of gear to do that. Since the shops are closed and we can't leave, it was actually kind of nice of the developers to make certain that we weren't completely hosed for transforming into dragoons. Keep that in mind. I said something nice about the people who made this game. It does occasionally happen. And there's one other house we want to go to because there's actually a bunch of treasure chests in this particular part of the world. Researcher of Chocobos. This is how you summon the Fat Chocobo. Well, since we're here, I don't need Reverend Claws. I'm going to keep these. They're kind of important. I'm going to keep those. They're kind of important. Yeah, the rest of the stuff I'm going to keep in my inventory. I'm not going all Dragoons long term. Also, secret passage. And I believe that there are 11 treasure chests here. Yeah, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. Yep. So don't miss these. And by the way, they're all the same bloody thing. Just all greens. Oh, the things I do to get completion. Yeah, that's it. It's just Gasol greens. You're not missing anything special here. All right, fantastic. 11 Gasol greens. Just what I needed. Totally what I needed. Okay. So, we've gotten everything there. Yeah, I'm going to go to Southeast Saronia here. Oh, who's still got... Okay, so I have to fight a couple random battles. So I'm going to fight a couple random battles, go to Southeast Saronia, heal up, grab a Chocobo, and then go to the castle, and I'll meet you all there. Alright, here we are in Castle Saronia. I didn't actually heal up. I think we get a free heal before the boss fight. If not, well, sucks to be me. Yep, Prince Alice, yep. And, yeah, branded in exile by the king. Oh, but what's this? King wants to let them through. Cool. We can go through now. Fantastic. Prince Alice does fight in your party. He can cast Arrow, which is pretty useful. I don't know if he helps in the Garuda fight. Spoiler, the next fight is Garuda. Which this is... So I've been hinting, excuse me, very heavily that the game really wants you to have a certain party for certain areas of the game. And this is where it's really gonna slap players in the face. Garuda is meant to be fought with a party of Dragoons. And we might get to show off why. And Ark and the Prince are having a nice little heart-to-heart. And, no father would ever lose their love for their child. Keep that in mind for about, I don't know, 10 seconds from now? Yeah, let's say 10 seconds from now. And here's the king. You can tell he has a crown. And the king has a knife! Alice, it's time for you to die. Yeah. I think he might be evil. And stabs himself right in the gut. Interesting. I'd rather die than hurt my son. Yep. And Gigabeth's about to yeah, go crazy. I guess he told the prince to hold back, so I don't think the prince is in our party, but I could be wrong. This is Garuda! Use jump. I kid you not. Just use jump. And a guard on the white mage. We don't get a free heal. Fun. Up we go. Lightning! This is the reason why you want Dragoons. And of course, because Garuda went before my Dragoons, I'm still absolutely hosed. So we're about to die. We just are. Because I really needed all of my Dragoons in the air. Alright, here we go again. By the way, this boss was made significantly harder for this version of the game. The fact that he could go twice per turn really sucks. Well, we got lucky. That was a good opening round. Could not have asked for more. Our white mage is probably going to die here. Defense is pretty good. Okay, good. Good. He has 10,000 hit points. We're not going to kill him with that. If we could get at least one guy in the air. Oh, double physical. Oh, see, this is the thing about the game. He can double thunder, by the way. Don't think that he can't. He could cast thunder twice in a row, and that instantly kills your party. There is nothing you can do to survive double thunder. Or double lightning, sorry. Still drop that Dragoon. Instantly. But that's the end of Garuda. Okay, there's the Garuda fight. So this is one of the things. If you had 4 Dragoons and you all just went in the air, you'd probably kill him in one round. He doesn't have a lot of hit points. But the fact that he gets to go twice, the fact that he could use that stupid lightning spell twice in a row. Yeah, he's absolutely a devastating boss. And yeah. We get the heartbreaking story between these two, which would matter if we met either of them for more than 5 minutes, but that's okay. So yes, the power of love has broken the bonds, and now it's Alice's job to run the kingdom. And Alice, I think, is our final male contact, which is for Ark there. Yeah, there you go. He's Ark's buddy. So what we're going to do is we're going to run through the palace here and get the last of our treasures and get our airship and head right on out of here. And we should all be fully healed because that was a boss fight, which is nice of the game. So yeah, if you die a lot to Garuda and because you don't have Dragoons, I don't blame you. Even with Dragoons, if he does an opening round, double lightning, you're done. You're just done. You could equip feathered caps for a little more magic resistance, I suppose. But there you go. Okay, so we have a secret wall here, if it weren't obvious. And there are 20 chests in this castle, so here's the first 6. Rusty Mail is useless. Ice Rod. Dragon Hammer. I said 6. I think I meant 12? Tomes of Fire. Yeah, sorry. I meant the first 12. So there's actually some really good stuff in here. Not necessarily for the classes we have, but really good stuff nonetheless. Let's see what of that we can actually use. Oh, also, let's go back to the classes we already were. And you're already going to be a Dragoon, and you're going back to a Thief. Fantastic. And I can actually put you in the back row now. Let's go back to the Blood Sword and Royal Sword. Rusty Mail. Just for kicks, I am going to look up what the Rusty Mail does. Let's see here. Rusty Mail. Final Fantasy III armor. Let's find it here real quick. To the bottom of the list, I think it might be. Rusty Mail, rusted. You can't even equip it in the NES version. It has 1 armor. It is absolutely useless. Yay! So we got the main gouge, which is weaker than the poison dagger. I think that actually increases some stats? Let's take a look. Not that I'm going to be able to tell because I'm in weakened stats mode. I think it might increase agility or... I don't know. Yep, increases your agility. However, I'm going to go dual wield some boomerangs from the back row. And equip all of my nice armor, because why not? Oh, and I think... Yeah, so I got the Ice Rod, which casts Blizzara. Fantastic addition. And here is the Golem Staff, which casts Break. And if we look at our stats, 23 and 29. And if we equip that, better mind, weaker intellect, but since I don't have anyone else who can use it, I might as well equip the Ice Rod. And that will give us, you know, a little bit of our... It's a little bit better than the rods in that regard. So that was the first 12 chests of the 20 we're looking for. And there's the next 6. So we're up to what, 18? Lots of good Viking gear here. Another Dragon Helm, don't know why. Another bell for your Geomancer. A vest for your Geomancer, and a Viking mail. So if you did not pick up the Viking equipment before, now you've got some. Congrats. I don't think there was anything in there I could use. Yeah. I think we're still at the best we can do. Yes. Yeah. Yeah. So if you want to use a Viking, and there is some argument to be made that for the next optional boss, Vikings aren't a bad choice. But I don't want to bother going into a class that I'm basically never going to use. And yeah, let's head up first. And nothing up here. EMS power is darkness itself. Yeah. Huh. First floor of the castle has a treasure room. They just tell you. So it's kind of hard to miss. Noah's loot lies in the Temple of Time. We'll have to go there eventually. South of Saronia, between the two horns. That tells us how to find a secret dungeon. And King Alice is, yeah, like, take anything you want from here. You're good. So, hey, we have permission to plunder. Fantastic. Let's head on down. All by his lonesome. Well, you know, and the 4 of us. So this is where the best airships in the world come from. And we should visit the library at Saronia. We're not going to do it this part, but we might in the future. You're the one who shot down our airship. Thanks. Okay. So the Nautilus can get us to the continent. Good to know. Fragment of his own power to his 3 apprentices. This is actually a major plot point, actually, which we'll get to a little bit later. And I almost missed the secret passage. And as we see here, that's the other passageway that we went down earlier. Or no, this is the one we need to go down now. Nor me. I know what I'm talking about. So we come all the way down here. Something changes. We're now in a very different looking area. Passage is closed. Used to lead to an underground tunnel. We'll deal with that soon enough. Alright. That got us all of our Phoenix Downs, and yeah. So the next place we got a few options now for where we can go next. We could go to the Saronia Catacombs. Well, we'll get to that. I'm getting ahead of myself here. We don't have any options at all to go anywhere, but we're going to fix that here. One more stop. So we can get to the overworld in style. Let's head over here. Surrounding engineers. Yep. Unearth restored a flying ship from the ancient ruins. It's called the Nautilus, and it's yours to take. Cool. They're gonna go get that into working order, I suppose. And yep, clanky, clanky, clanky. So I'm not going to go to the Saronia catacombs next because I need my thief to be a lot higher job level. So I guess between episodes, I'm going to do a bunch of job grinding, which is going to be really annoying. Same thing I did before. I'm going to go back to the Flying Continent and fight the goblins. There's no need to talk to those guys. They just talk about the ship we just got. Oh, and the armor weapon shop. I guess I should show off the armor weapon shop. So this thing is really fast, which is kind of cool. So real quick, what do you guys actually sell in your shops? And now we get new town music. Fantastic. Armor shop. Anything good in you? Rune bracers, if you didn't get them before. Gaia vest, scholar's hats, and scholar robes. So for some reason the game's like, oh, by the way, that scholar class that you haven't used forever because it's terrible, you could use it again now. Why? We even got the upgraded tomes, if you paid attention. Why? Why would you use that class? It's terrible. Alright. Oh, wait. This is just the Dragon Spire. There's nothing in this part of town. Silly me. Little hard to get exact positioning with the airship. Really hard? There we go. The inn. Like I said, yeah, we're fully healed up. So yeah, I need to go do some job grinding because to get the item I want off of the final boss of the Saronia Catacombs, I have to be a lot higher job level on Thief. Hiraga, Protect. Yeah. So, and Raise. So we can finally bring people back without the use of Phoenix Downs, but I don't have a lot of 5th level spells. So I can use those very rarely, but definitely come and pick these up. I'm not going to pick up Black Magic because, yeah, that Black Mage I got in my party, he's real good. Thunder Spears and Wind Spears. This is the unlocked weapon shop from before. Here's the locked one. What do you have? Ah, so you can get the rods and the staves here. Wizard Rod, I believe, is for Black Mages only, but we could get the Rune Staff, which I think actually might be a little bit better for our White Mage, but I'm not going to pick it up. We'll get other staves as we go along. It will be fine. Don't you worry none about it. And if we come all the way down here, one last shop to show off. I guess I could show off the library. I want to get done with Saronia and never have to come back here. Here, if you didn't get the level 4 magics from Gasol. Oh, Shade Conflicts Paralysis. That's good to know. If you didn't get the level 4 magics from Gasol, there you go. That's your level 4 magic shop. But we already picked all of those up. Alright. Let's just show off the library and we'll call it a part and I will go job level grind. So my guys are probably going to get to max job level during this. So that's fantastic. Book of Owen 1. So this is talking about the Tower of Owen. This is about the floating continent. And if you zoom in, you get sparkly points. Book of Owen 3. So it originally came from Saronia. Desh was the son of Owen. There you go. Ancient Book Part 1. 4 giant statues will burn anyone who dares to pass through them. The 4 fangs are the only way to pass through them. Light and darkness are kept in check by the crystals, so that's why we need those fangs. By the by. Cryostasis. Huh. Fair enough. So that's what happened to Desh. His own father put him into cryostasis. Yep. The Warriors of Darkness stopped the light. And yes, you've definitely abused the power of light. So there's the Cataclysm lore. Way of the Dark Blade. The mountains west of Serodia hold the secret to the Way of the Dark Blade. But we can't actually get there yet. Perpetual energy engine theory. Governing principle behind the Wheel of Time is based on the temporal balance of antimatter. Jeez, they were really advanced. And the Diving Nautilus is the ship of the year, followed by the Invincible, followed by the Enterprise. The Enterprise shouldn't have even been built then. We built the Enterprise. Anyway, I guess because we used the Wheel of Time, it became the Enterprise again. Whatever. So that does tell you something about the Nautilus, the Diving Nautilus, which I guess I'll show off briefly. So the Nautilus cannot sail on the ocean, because in this game they hadn't figured out how to do that. Instead, can I not dive with this yet? Oh no, I can't. Sorry. I'll show that off later. Yeah, we can't do that quite yet. But anyway, we gotta do airship. I'm going to go job grind for probably a couple of hours, because it just takes a lot of time to job grind. And yeah, we're fast. This place exists. Keep that in mind. So yeah, we have to go to Dog because we need our ship to be able to dive. It's actually really important. And here's the floating continent. So yay, I'm going to go, well, land over here, fight some goblins, job grind, all that kind of stuff. So until our paths cross again, have fun. Stay safe, everyone.